That's a creepy little tune. I gotta say, I like this theme. It's simple. It's like, it's two images. I don't think is it moving? Holy shit, wait a second, I think that's moving. I swear I'm not on acid. It's like, is that pulsating? Maybe it's my projector. Hold on. I'm gonna get right up close to the screen. I think it's... No. No, I'm crazy. That's not moving at all. Anyway, it's just two images. But it's effective. It's a classy theme. It's not ugly. It's not butt ugly like most PlayStation themes are. Of course, no theme could be as gorgeous and majestic as Cat Laser Eye theme, which is currently the best PlayStation theme. Anyway, what's up, guys? We're playing some games, and right now we're gonna be playing some Star Wars. But Thursday, no, scratch that. Tuesday, this Tuesday, which is 2 days from now, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Bit of a mouthful. It's finally releasing. Finally, we're getting a scary horror game that's in the vein of PT. Years after the playable teaser was announced and then fell through because of Kojima. Thanks, Kojima. Or is it Konami? Konami! I'm sorry, Kojima, they're the good guys, Konami's the bad guys. Regardless, Tuesday! I hope you're there to shit your pants alongside me. I'm going to be playing Resident Evil 7 in VR, which is a stupid idea, but I'm going to be doing it anyway. And, you know what would be good? They actually made a candle to make Resident Evil 7 in VR like I don't know how to put it, a 4D experience. The candle apparently smells like blood. That's disgusting. Maybe I'll buy a sack of meat. Ew! Okay. I want your opinions on this, because this sounds absolutely disgusting to me. How about I live stream Resident Evil 7 this Tuesday in VR with the face cam, and I buy some ground beef or some chicken, and I just mash it with a hammer before I start the live stream, and then set it in front of me. And you can see the meat, so you know, no fakery, no camera tricks here. You can see the meat, I can smell the meat, it'll be disgusting, and maybe, like, when scary stuff happens, my girlfriend will be standing by with a water gun to shoot me in the face with cold water. Just make it as miserable as possible. That would be something else. Scratch that, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That was a lie. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. Maybe the meat thing, but not the cold water in the face thing. It would probably short out the VR system or electrocute me. Electrocution's live and on stream. I should have bought that blood candle, though. Well, why don't you guys do me a favor and Google if the blood... You know what? Screw it. The blood candle's like 15 bucks. I can buy a pound of ground beef for like 10 bucks. Okay, no, a little cheaper than that, like 4 bucks. I'll just buy a pound of ground beef instead of a blood candle. Which isn't real blood anyway. This will be real blood if I buy meats and smell it. That's a good way to make yourself sick. Resident Evil 7 VR live with bloody meat. That sounds like some fetish shit. Anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome. I'm playing some Star Wars Battlefront, and I actually got something to talk about. I have something to talk about, and it's the prequel trilogy. Alright, I know a lot of you guys are fans of it. A lot of you guys aren't. For whatever reasons, on either side, that's fine. You can like it, you can dislike it. Personally, I enjoy them for what they are. But I read something that was really interesting today, and it is actually fascinating. Somebody wrote a thesis, practically, on why Anakin Skywalker's character was well written. And that may sound like bullshit to some of you, but listen, alright, hear me out. Or hear him out, rather. I don't know if you've noticed the way that Anakin talks in the prequel trilogy. It sounds a little weird to some of you. Some people even think that it sounds a little alien, but Anakin Skywalker in the prequel trilogy actually talks with the same cadence, the same tone, the same pitch as Vader. It's actually astounding because after I read this, I went and I looked up some clips of Anakin Skywalker, you know, maybe like his duel with Obi-Wan, for instance, and he actually has the same cadence as Vader. He talks like Vader. He sounds like Vader, except it just doesn't work well with his voice, you know? If you're Darth Vader, you're like, if you knew the power of the Force, all that stuff. But if you're Anakin, it's like, if you only knew the power of the Force, then you would understand. It only works if your lungs are charged to shit, thanks to a bunch of lava, and you got a big respirator, and it's all gravelly and scary sounding. But aside from that, you got to consider Vader was through some pretty messed up shit. So was Anakin Skywalker. I mean, Anakin was a slave. People forget that the man was a goddamn slave, and then cruelly he turned into Palpatine's slave. It's like poetry, it rhymes. Anyway, so, aside from the voice, aside from the fact that he was a slave, picture and realize that Obi-Wan Kenobi was not the best master for Anakin. For one thing, Anakin was too old. Alright, this is the most unorthodox master-Padawan relationship there ever was. Anakin was too old. Anakin grew up as a slave, and you might think, so what, he's too old. It'll be a little more difficult for him to learn a foreign language. No. You don't see. You see, what was so damning about Anakin being just a little too old is because he didn't grow up in the Jedi temples. He didn't grow up. He wasn't molded around all these ideals that the Jedi strive towards. He was a slave, and his mother was Watto's prostitute for the longest time. That's all he knew. And then all of a sudden he was like, yo, you're the chosen one, and you got a lot of power, and listen up, I want to make you a Jedi. And Qui-Gon's like, we have to make this one a Jedi. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you promise me you'll take him as your Padawan. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi, this extremely young Jedi Knight who hasn't even graduated technically yet. Qui-Gon says he's ready, but if he didn't meet Anakin, he would have been his Padawan for a while longer still. But he's thrust into the situation of having a Padawan that's too old, and him being too young. And then eventually, Anakin Skywalker has to juggle having a secret romance. A forbidden romance that is against Jedi code and law, while being a general in the galaxy's biggest war in a long time. That's a lot to handle. And then you got Palpatine whispering in his ear, tricking him, being his Watto, you know, making him his slave. That's some really messed up shit to deal with. Anyway, I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to see if you guys had any thoughts on that. Hey, Massive, it works. It said you were offline of your stream. I don't know what that means. It works. What works? By the way, you cannot trust. Oh, wait a second. Chat room is stuck, so that was a long time ago. Never mind. There we go. I unstuck the chat room. We're good. But yeah, don't trust YouTube, guys. On a side note, don't trust YouTube. YouTube is screwy. I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit anyway. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yes, I really like the parallels with Vader and Anakin's voice. It's perfect. Jabba the Hutt. What is Willie in my butt? What? What? That's disgusting. I'm sure somebody's into it. Somebody's out there right now furiously Googling to see if Jabba the Hutt Willy porn is real. Don't Google for Jabba the Hutt Willy porn. Don't do it. Jesus. Oh my god. Pizza the Hut, maybe. Pizza can be pretty sexy. Space Slugs, that's not nearly as sexy as pizza can be. Oh man, could you imagine if they made another sequel with Spaceballs? That would be awesome, but like Force Awakens style. If they made Spaceballs today, I really hope that they would use real pizza instead of like CG pizza. Man, CG pizza would be so lame. There's something delightfully disgusting about Pizza the Hutt's literal, actual, real pizza that he was comprised of. Well, it wasn't real pizza. It was like, it's probably like melted plastic, melted rubber. Massive, do you have big, Jesus Christ, Mark. Yo, are you the same guy that's talking about Java's Willie? No more of that. No more of
We're
that.
ahead of schedule, and the rebels are running out of time.
Are you space racist? Ah, shit. You got me. I'm a little space racist. Space slugs. It's not a preference thing. It's not they just don't do it for me. I don't like them. Space slugs are gangsters. They're thieves. They're criminals. You can't trust them. The whole lot of them. And no, I'm not gonna take that. Oh, Jabba's a bad seed BS. I gotta say, the whole space slug continuum. It's just a big conspiracy. They're a crime family. They're not a species. They're crime incarnate. I'm also robo-racist on occasion. I don't trust Skynet. I don't trust robots. I don't trust Siri. And shit, I should have been having my hand on my controller, gun, whatever. And here we got somebody saying, "Ew, first person. Oh, disgusting. You can see the gun up so close and all of its beautiful wood upholstery." Okay, if I go to third person, you guys don't like it. If I go to first person, you guys don't like it. You know what I need? I need to somehow put my camera in where it's clipping. When I'm running, it's clipping in between first person and third person. Like, just have half of the camera embedded in the Stormtrooper helmet. That'd be perfect. Empire's actually in a bit of a serious situation right now. Let's trigger our full-on space races. Oh, damn. Damn, that was close. 100 points to 99 points. Nice. Massive, man. I've been watching you for 2 years, and only now know how to use the chat. Damn. Yo, are you serious? Like, you've been watching me for 2 years, and just now you figured out how to use the chat room.
You've taken your first steps into a larger world.
Welcome. Oni Manu Noni. The name's scrolled, so I'm just going off of memory here. Master G, how you doing today? I'm doing good, Jeremiah. It's storming outside. I'm always happy when it's storming outside. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stream, though, because it is seriously the windiest I have seen it in like a year. It is extremely windy. I can actually hear stuff right now. If I mute my speakers, hold on. Let me mute it. Okay, I can hear the wind, but I can't hear stuff blowing around. Anyway, before I actually turned on the console and my speakers and everything, I could hear stuff being blown around in the yard. I don't know what. I'm gonna assume that the important stuff is bolted down, but I'll figure that out later. Alright, no more Star Wars porn. How about that? No more Star Wars porn in the chat room. How about that? Except Jar Jar. Jar Jar's okay, but everything else, it's just going too far. It's off the table. Especially the less frog rabbit ears, the worse it is. More Jar Jar, less Space Slug, less Twi'lek. Twi'lek? Who would look at Twi'lek? Boy, that's ugly, man. That's nasty. I'll take some Gungan porn myself. Nasty, do you remember me in your Rainbow Six Siege stream? You asked me for maple syrup. Yes, I do remember that. Maple syrup. I love me some maple syrup. I don't know if you guys have ever had real maple syrup. And this is a weird tangent to go off in, but... Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm in cinema mode. I gotta change my projector to game mode. I was wondering why everything was so dark and black levels were so dim. There we are. Holy shit, did you see that? Yo, I should have died. That was amazing. Anyway, if you guys haven't had real maple syrup, do yourselves a favor. When you have an extra couple bucks, instead of getting the terrible high fructose corn syrup maple syrup, buy the expensive stuff. You use much less of the expensive stuff because it's so much richer, so much more strong. What you want to look for is 100% pure maple syrup. You can get grade A, you can get grade B. Read up, educate yourself, because they're pretty different from one another. But real maple syrup, it's incredible how different it is. Fake maple syrup, if you leave it out too long, it turns into this like glue. It's like fly glue. It's disgusting. It's colored high fructose corn syrup is what it is. Hell, you could buy regular high fructose corn syrup and just pour it on your pancakes. It's not going to taste much different. Just got a little bit of maple flavoring in it.
Intercept those few wings before
But it's incredible.
late.
It's incredible how many things like maple syrup tastes astoundingly different from the real thing to the fake thing. Even eggs. Like if you get a 99-cent carton of 12, damn, this guy's persistent.
Got a homing missile locking on.
Guess we're just gonna smash into each other until we die.
Focus fire on the U-wing.
Come on!
Hostile defenses.
Shit. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, I'm dead. Come on! Come on! Oh, he's so close. Shit! Son of a bitch, I got gangbanged. That's probably someone's fetish. Gangbanged by 2 X-Wings. Watch this. Look at that, just a few shots in that blockade and it goes down. No wonder the Rebellion lost most of these battles. They got good X-Wings, but everything else is terrible. Look at that. Look at that Imperial Star Destroyer. You know what the Rebellion equivalent is? A Mon Calamari cruiser. It's manned by fish. Fish people. Although, to be fair, the Empire was destroyed by a bunch of teddy bears, so it goes both ways. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to dogfights in online multiplayer video games. You both fly in circles until you smash into each other. Where the hell did this other guy go? Is that him? Nah, it's somebody else. It looks like a Y-Wing. Massive, are you going to play Identity? I don't know what Identity is, honestly. I'm looking forward to Horizon Zero Dawn, which is soon. Let's see. Games that are coming soon. Resident Evil 7. Horizon Zero Dawn. What else we got? I'm pretty sure we're actually getting Injustice fairly soon as well. Pretty excited about that. I enjoyed the first game quite a bit. Yes! See, everybody's making fun of 1-2 Switch, but I'm with this guy. I cannot wait to play 1-2 Switch on the Nintendo... Shit, on the Nintendo Switch. I'm not even concentrating. Nintendo Switch looks fun. Alright, you can say what you want. You can say Nintendo Switch doesn't have realistic graphics. Who cares? Do you really want realistic graphics all the time? I don't. I want realistic graphics where it's going to be fun and appropriate, but... Yeah, sometimes I just want to have fun. Sometimes I just want to enjoy playing a video game and not necessarily be immersed in this uber-realistic environment with serious plot lines of political intrigue and the world is going to end and all that stuff. It's fun sometimes, but sometimes I just want a fun drinking game. Sometimes I want Mario Kart. I want Smash Brothers. I want 1-2 Switch where I can milk a cow and it looks like I'm jerking off. I want games like that every once in a while. Actually, I think this is the first drinking game that's officially marketed as a drinking game by Nintendo. Because if you look at the marketing for 1-2 Switch, if you look at the presentation of when they're announcing and talking about it, they're actually saying it's a great icebreaker for parties. They're showing like 6, 7, 8 people that are around the age of 20, college age, playing 1-2 Switch, milking cows, playing hopscotch. It's a drinking game. That's what it is. It's a drinking game. Each 1-2 Switch game lasts like a minute, minute and a half. The crowd is supposed to watch, and then whoever loses gives up their place, and then the winner gets to fight against someone else from the crowd. Or maybe, what happens is the winner has to take a shot, and everybody else watches, like while they're fighting, and then whoever loses has to step away. They get no shot, and then the next person in the crowd has to fight the winner. That's how it works. See, if you have the person taking the shots that's winning, it's more fair because they're more likely to lose after each shot. It's a perfect system. Nintendo, you guys are geniuses. But what's going to make the Switch for consumers is different than what's going to make or break it for me. What makes or break the Switch for me is, personally, I want it to be quick. Alright? If I want to play a game on the Switch on the go, I want it to be able to, like, go from booting the Switch up to being in-game in like 2 minutes. I do not want it to be more than 2 minutes. If it's more than 2 minutes, that's a deal breaker. Especially for a game like 1-2 Switch. I want to be able to take that out of my backpack, turn that thing on, put the game in, and be in-game in a minute and a half. Okay, minute and a half, that's good. Anything longer than that's just a waste of time. taken down by a Ewing. Now that's embarrassing. Massive, when are you playing Battlefield 1? I actually played Battlefield 1 a few days ago. I think it was, Friday. Streamed some Battlefield 1. But I don't always say the live streams that I stream. Like, this stream is not going to be a saved stream. This is just it's what I like to call a TNT stream. It's temporary and terrific. But once it's gone, it's gone.
So you better act fast, because once this live stream is gone, it'll be gone forever with just 3 easy install payments of $39.99. This stream can be yours for the duration of whenever the super terrific happy hour ends.
Damn, first person is sweet. It's impossible, but it looks so cool. Look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. Oh my god. That is incredible. That is seriously incredible. I love VR, alright? VR is great, but being completely honest, this is what's more immersive than VR, alright? Instead of being in the cockpit of an X-Wing with a VR headset on, instead, buy a projector. Have a 120-inch screen. Have a wall-sized screen with decent surround sound. And you're going to be way more immersed than you would ever be in a VR headset, because you're going to have insane resolution, insanely realistic and beautiful sound quality, without the really, really low res of PSVR. Because PSVR, it's great for something like Resident Evil, perfect for something like Resident Evil, because it looks like you're looking through a DVD, right? That's good. What are these found footage movies usually shot on? Like camcorders, right? Or those big old VHS things like Blair Witch was shot on. It's not supposed to look like a beautiful Alexa Red camera. It's not supposed to look high def. So it works. But something like Star Wars, having that high resolution, having it look like a movie, that is where the strengths lie. Massive, you should do a shot for shot, make it a... Oh! Oh no, I'm not gonna be taking shots this early. You kidding me? No. I like to do my shots late. Like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Like late in the morning, not early in the afternoon. It's the best time to do shots and vodka and everything else. Also before work. It's a great little energy booster. You just want to be like focused. Like if you're waking up real early in the morning to go to work, if you want to be focused, don't buy an energy drink. Buy a little travel-sized, airplane-sized bottle of gin or bottle of vodka. It's the way to go. It's really what functioning people do, and not functioning alcoholics. Functioning people. Alcoholism is just a term. It doesn't exist unless you let it in your mind. Massive, what is your favorite person in Massives? I'm gonna need a little bit to decipher that. Ooh, Death Trooper, nice. Director Orson Krennic is on the battlefield, and I'm gonna give him as much support as humanly possible. Love these things. I can't do an emote, so I can't show you the front, but Death Troopers are badass. They also got really good guns. Got the DLT-29. Smart Rocket. Thermal Imploder. They're really the best bodyguard in the game. They feel a little squishy though, they don't have too much health. Oh, they also have Cooling Cell, which is perfect for the weapon that you're given. Is Krennic dead? Holy shit. Yo, I think Krennic's gone. Yeah, I don't see him. Oh, there he is. He was behind me. Wonderful. I thought he was dead. Beautiful. You're truly a master of disguises. No, he's not. Look at him. He's got a big, beautiful, flowing white cape. There's no chance in hell he'd be anyone but an Empire. If he was in the Rebellion, that cape wouldn't stay white for a week. No. 6 hours. Be covered in dirt and grime and dust and grit. The Rebellion can't be bothered with looking beautiful. If you want to look beautiful, join the Empire. If you want to look like Joe Blow who gets stuff done, join the Rebellion. I remember when I was growing up as a kid, I was a little evil because I was rooting for the Empire a little bit. I mean, I love my Ben Kenobi. I love my Luke Skywalker, but the Empire had these awesome uniforms. The officers looked dope. Grand Moff Tarkin looked amazing. Did not look like he stunk at all. And then you had the Stormtrooper armor, of course. The wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous Stormtrooper armor. What kid would want to be a part of the rebellion with these dirty-looking brown uniforms? They look like pirates in the future. They really do. Oh, well, who's my favorite person in Star Wars? Okay, favorite person. See, that's a different question than favorite character. I can't say K2SO, I can't say General Grievous, I can't say any robots. Because you're robo-racist and you're referencing people. It's very non-inclusive, I gotta say. It's not very progressive of you. Palpatine. He cares about his job. Nothing makes him more happy than doing his job, than doing his work. And you know what? I respect that. That is deserving of respect. And the man is an inspiration. He sees something, he wants something, he goes and he gets it. And ain't nothing stopping my boy Palpatine from getting what he wants. We could all take a note from Palpatine's book. Where the hell did this rebellion soldier go? Where's this guy? What?
Scanners indicate
Oh,
that
he's
the
on the other
rebels have
side.
taken control of
Of
a
course.
landing zone and have wreaked one of our
I think he's dead though.
cargo
Joe! Nope! Chuck Testa. He's still alive. This Scarif battle gives me Vietnam flashbacks.
Bomb disarmed.
Damn,
Our
Star Wars
cargo
gamer.
ship is secure.
I think you may take the record as being the oldest YouTube viewer right now on YouTube. Actually, you know what? That's not true. Lots of old people look at YouTube. And I don't mean that... Saying old people, even though it's technically accurate as saying a young person, it just sounds like such a dick thing to
Disarm their
say.
explosives.
Cultured people. A lot of cultured people like YouTube. A lot of people's parents watch YouTube. I don't know about you guys' parents, but it's true. A lot of people's parents do watch YouTube. My girlfriend's father loves YouTube. It's adorable. I actually didn't realize how many, I didn't realize how many older people, here I go again. I didn't realize how many seasoned and cultured people enjoy new things. Because I just assumed that cultured people didn't like new movies. They wouldn't like The Force Awakens. They wouldn't like Pacific Rim. They wouldn't like Marvel movies. They would just like cowboy music, classical music, Al Jolson, Sinatra, and that's pretty much it. But it's not true. They like their Katy Perry's. They like their Nicki Manji. Shit, what's her name? The Butt Woman. They like the Butt Woman. Probably in more ways than one. Jesus, there's somebody right on top of me, but I don't see him. He must be in the leaves. No, he's beyond. He's out of here. Oh, good. This is going to be a victory for the Empire.
Victory for the Empire! Congratulations, stormtroopers! You live to see another day.
Wiped out.
See, if you don't die in the battlefield, if you live, if you somehow escape the clutches of the rebellion and make it back in time for supper, like on your Imperial Star Destroyer, you'll be killed by Palpatine or Vader. You're not allowed to fail your task and live. It's kind of like the Mad Max universe in that way. Ooh, who's my favorite Sith? Palpatine. That's easy. That's so easy. Because my favorite bad guys are Palpatine, General Grievous, IG-88. Technically he's a bounty hunter, but he's still a bad guy. He's not a good bounty hunter. I mean, he's a good bounty hunter, but he's not a good bounty hunter. What else we got? Droids, really. From there on out, it's just like super battle droids, droidicas. I don't really have a lot of Sith that I like that much. It's not, well, Darth Vader is technically a Sith. I mean, he is... I don't think his training was ever completed. Was his training ever completed? I don't think it was. I think he died before Palpatine could complete his training. I think he was still his Padawan. Maybe not. Maybe he was just ruling alongside him at that point. Whatever. Darth Vader, Palpatine, Count Dooku's pretty sweet. He's pretty cool. We didn't see enough of him, though. He should have lived a little longer in Episode 3, I feel. I would have liked that. I would have liked Jango Fett to live into Episode 3, and Count Dooku live a little longer in Episode 3. Just have Episode 3 this... Episode 3 is just a march of death. It's just a parade of people dying. Good guys and bad guys. Just go full dark with it. Go full Darth. Maybe with a few very, very dark shades of gray, but mostly blackness. It was pretty dark, though.
Imperial cargo ship will soon be leaving the surface of Scarif. The shield gate will be open for their departure, and we need to move quickly to get
See
our
if we're gonna be a
units
U-wing.
through.
Nope. Okay, we just gotta escort him. Let's do it. I'm gonna fall back. We only have one U-wing right now, so it's gonna be kind of tricky. Damn, that's sweet. Look at those blockade runners. Oh, that was nice. I'd like to pretend that K2SO was piloting this thing. Where'd he go? Ah, there he is. No TIE fighters on approach yet. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got a lock. We got a lock. 2 TIE fighters! Shit. Where did he go? Oh, he's already been killed. Great. Excellent. How's that U-Wing doing? U-Wing's doing pretty good. That's actually kind of impressive. He's got 2 ties right on his tail, but I can't really do anything about that. I'm too far back. Awesome. Both ties have been taken care of. Let's take out the rest on approach. There's one right now. Fantastic. Anybody else?
There's not much time left before they close the shield.
I feel like ties would be
Get
way
those
easier to
U-wings
hit
through
than
it.
X-Wings. They got these enormous wings. They're like the size of a barn door. X-Wings are nice and sleek. Got a low profile. Really the best way to hit an X-Wing would be from above, but you can go any angle to hit a TIE fighter.
We're through.
Nice.
We'll land
Nice
not far
one,
from the
man.
rail speeder station. Once we're ready, we'll advance and create a diversion for the Imperial forces.
U-Wing made it in perfectly. What is your favorite gin in Battlefront? I love how you phrase things, Michael. My favorite gin, Beefeater, Battlefront, best gin. DT-29 is my favorite gun right now. Second favorite would probably be TL-50, third W-4, fourth DLP-19. All fantastic guns. Honestly though, every gun in Battlefront has its place. Every gun in Battlefront is good. There aren't really a lot of underpowered guns. The developers have been good to balance everything and keep them balanced,
Imperial cargo ship.
even when they're releasing new weapons. Hell, the first 2 guns you get, the default guns, the E11 and the A280C, stupendous rifles. They really don't get better than the A280C and E11. It's just up to personal preference after that. It's up to
We need
personal
that charge to
playstyle.
go off.
As far as
Do not
stats
let
concerned, that's all you need.
Imperials near it.
And that's how I like it. It's not a lot of fun to be playing a game and you learn, you figure out, oh, the decent guns are a level 50. If you want any decent guns, if you want to get anywhere, you got to get to level 50 first. I'm not a big fan of that.
Enemies in the zone.
It's artificially prolonging playtime, which is why unlocks are a thing in the first place. The only reason you unlock things in games is to derive more playtime out of somebody playing so they feel like they get their money's worth. It's not because it makes it more fun. It's not because it's more balanced or anything like that. I mean, back in the day, games like Halo, you didn't unlock guns because the guns were on the map. Quake, Unreal Tournament, all the guns were on the map. Yo, God. This badass Shadow Trooper just struts out of nowhere. Just does a big slow walk out of the foliage. He's got something that looks like a shotgun, even though it's a targeting
That
rifle.
cargo ship to blow.
That's pretty badass. It's like something out of a Quentin Tarantino film. Quentin Tarantino Star Wars movie. Wow. Oh, damn you. He's using the DLT-19X. That's a Battlefront 2 weapon. What I would like to see is a Quentin Tarantino directed Star Wars film about a bounty hunter. Yes.
Cargo ship is up in flames.
Yes,
That should
George
distract the
Miller. I'd
Imperials
also like to
while
see a
our team
George
goes to
Miller directed Star Wars film.
Move towards the rail speeder station and secure the area.
For those of you that don't know George Miller, he's the director of Mad Max. Mad Max 2, Mad Max 3, Beyond Thunderdome, and Mad Max Fury Road. Technically, it's Mad Max, The Road Warrior, Mad Max 3, Beyond Thunderdome, and Mad Max Fury Road. I like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. I like, oh, what's her name? Amy Winehouse? Oh, God, that's not her. She's the bodyguard woman. Gloria Steinstorm? I'm not good with names if you haven't been able to tell. Whitney Houston? Is it Whitney Houston? Who's the lady that's this starring role in The Bodyguard? It's not Kevin Costner, it's not a lady. Who is it? Nice space revolver you got there. Thank you, will remind.
We need to secure
Looks like
the
something
area.
out of Cowboy Bebop. I love this thing. Best gun in the game as far as I'm concerned. This thing is a work of art. Beautiful. It's majestic. Stuff of legend. Let's see if someone knows. No one knows. Really? Really? Houston. Whitney Houston. Thank you. Excellent. I know. Tarantino would have to do an R-rated Star Wars film, otherwise he wouldn't do it at all. I respect that. The man's got integrity. Say what you will about his movies. Love him, hate him. Passable, whatever. I mean, I don't love all his films, but I'm a fan of Tarantino when he's at his best, which he's always made good films, really. He's rarely made a mediocre movie. It's really up to personal preference whether you like it or don't like it. It's not really objective. He's good. He's good. Oh, crap. Great spawn, massive. Shit, I can't even see this guy. Woo! Good one. Oh shit. Damn it. Yeah. Tarantino Star Wars film, that'd be great. I would like to see a Darth Vader anthology film. I don't think they're ever going to do it.
Hostiles ahead.
I mean, they should. Well, should they? Yes. Yes, they should. Why not? Jesus Christ. It's... You know what? People get mad over everything. I could see it now. If they announced a Darth Vader anthology film, people would act like cancer has now spread to every child and woman. And every woman and child will die within 3 months. That is how the world would take the news of a Darth Vader anthology film. They'll be like, oh my god, they're making a Star Wars? They're just making these things for money now, aren't they? Yeah. Back in the day, you know, original trilogy Star Wars, they didn't make them for money. They just, they made them for charity. They made it because they're artists, and that's it. That's really, really it. They didn't sell toys back then. Nothing. They didn't have Star Wars cereal or lunchbox or thermoses. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was just so outstanding, the integrity that everyone had working on Star Wars. It was really incredible. They didn't even take any forms of payment. They really didn't. Star Wars was never, ever an empire of merchandise until the prequel trilogy, and that's really the truth. And I'm not being sarcastic. Definitely not. Oh, of course not. Anyway, Star Wars and Star Wars Vader. No, it wouldn't be called that. It'd be called Vader, a Star Wars story. Something like that, right? It's announced. This is making to make money. This is gonna be the worst thing ever. Even though Darth Vader in Rogue One he was portrayed very well. Vader was portrayed in Rogue One as he was portrayed in the original trilogy. He wasn't fan service. I mean, we've seen him do things in Rogue One that we haven't seen him do otherwise, but that's fine because it made sense within the context of the story. In fact, you could say that the Vader that we saw in Rogue One was a better Vader than the one we saw at the end of Episode 3. Which to some may not be saying much, but the point is, Disney knows how to respect the characters. We don't know how the Han Solo movie is going to turn out, but from Rogue One, Their use of pre-existing characters was tasteful, it was tactful, it was classy, it worked. And, I mean, let's be honest, Star Wars, it ain't no Citizen Kane. Is it meant to be? No. No, it's not. It's meant to be fun, damn it.
Fighting your way to the extraction point.
And it's also meant to make money because that's what businesses do, and Star Wars is a business. If you thought it was anything else, I'm sorry. It's a business. It's what it is. But the beautiful thing about it being a business is that we get to consume it. We get to enjoy it. Whether it be games, movies, comic books, TV shows, whatever. But there's a lot of people who would rather Star Wars have just been 3 films and that's it. Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi, and that's it. No Force Awakens, no Rogue One, nothing. No Clone Wars, no books, no comic books, no toys, nothing. Just those 3 films and that's it. That's it. Personally, I don't think you're a fan of a franchise or of Star Wars if that's your view, which is fine. It's a perfectly legitimate view. You are allowed to have whatever opinion you want to have, but Jesus, what a horrible spawn. In that case, you're a fan of those 3 films specifically, not Star Wars as a whole. Beautiful. Alright. They've got 10 minutes left to take the data tapes to the U-Wing. All we gotta do is stop them. I mean, we have 10 minutes left to take the data tapes to the U-Wing and not be stopped. Oh. Alright, let's do it. Yo, Massive! When's the Han Solo film coming out? That's a good question. This year, we're getting episode 8. The subtitle's already been decided, we just don't know what it is. I wonder what it's going to be. Anyway, it's going to be 2018. Han Solo movie is 2018. And it will not be delayed because Disney will not have a Star Wars movie be releasing every 2 years. It's going to be every single year, which is fine. You know why it's fun? Because it's being made by completely different teams of the most talented people in the goddamn world. It's not like it's one production. Shit, people don't complain about getting a Marvel movie every year or every 6 months. God damn. But as soon as Star Wars is making a movie every year, everybody loses their minds. Marvel movies are made by the same people more than Star Wars movies are, even. And that's, it's working for them. I mean, personally, Marvel movies aren't my favorite movies. But, I would definitely say that Star Wars, the films we've gotten so far, are of a higher quality than the Marvel movies we've been getting recently. I mean, I don't know who would say that Age of Ultron was better than The Force Awakens, or Civil War is better than The Force Awakens. Objectively. Objectively. Again, that's the only place where it counts right now. Because personal opinions, they can be whatever. You know, personal opinions, that's exactly what they are. They're the opinions of a person. And people are allowed to think whatever they want to think. This ain't the Star Destroyer. This ain't the Death Star. We're not under the control of Palpatine. But I'm excited. I'm sure all you guys are excited to watch this right now. Or most of you are anyway, or at least you view it objectively. With facts instead of fee-fees and emotions. But, yeah. If you're on the internet as much as I am, you're gonna see all these little negative people that somehow think their lives are personally offended. Their existence is personally afflicted with Star Wars movies being releasing every year now. And it's just killing them. They just can't live much longer like this. It will be the death of them. It's worse than cancer, really. What Hitler did is nothing compared to what Disney did, subjecting us to a Star Wars movie every single year. It's really a travesty. It's so unfortunate. I might just commit suicide over it. What the hell are these Imperials? My scanners say they're close by. Very close, actually. I think I saw one over here. No. No. Wait. Oh, there he is. We got another one, though. Somewhere in the thick of this. Oh, there he is. Shh, crap. Damn you! What? Oh, he's got the one-hit kill melee weapon. That son of a bitch. Emil says, Jesus, I missed the fam in your voice. Well, if you missed the fam, obviously, you know, that's mainly a live stream thing. Well, no, you know what? If you missed the fam in the voice, I've released a lot of really high-quality videos, if I do say so myself, which I do. I released a lot of high-quality, entertaining videos the past week and a half, 2 weeks. Check them out. We got little discussions going on in the comment section, just like we have here. And of course, you know, still got my voice. Hey dude, this is my first stream that I've seen live by you. I love all your streams, and I like the Rainbow Six ones the most. You gotta be pretty happy about the new Rainbow Six DLC offer, isn't it? Another year of free DLC for Rainbow Six Siege, that's amazing. You know, there have been games that had paid DLC planned for 2 years, and they only did 1 year of paid DLC, and they just scrapped the second year. Not even refunding people the difference of what they paid with the season pass. So it's incredible to me that not only have we gotten a year of free DLC for Rainbow Six Siege, but we're getting another year on top of that. Wow. Bravo. Bravo, Ubisoft. Thank you for okaying what the Rainbow Six Siege developers have been doing. It's honestly your best work in years. Hopefully Ghost Recon Wildlands is going to be some of Ubisoft's best work in years as well. So Ghost Recon Wildlands, people have been afraid that it's not going to be as hardcore as Ghost Recon was originally, back in the PS2 days. But a little birdie told me that there's actually going to be a difficult, hard mode of Ghost Recon Wildlands, and it's going to be a one-hit kill game mode, which means a single bullet hitting you can and will kill you. I think anywhere. Which is honestly pretty realistic. If you don't have body armor, or if you're hit somewhere other than body armor, you're dead. Well, you're not dead, but you are down. If you get shot with a bullet, decent range, and that is a solid hit on you, you really think that you're gonna like sprint a couple miles to complete an objective and kill 50 more people? No, son! You're not sprinting 15 miles, and you're not killing no 50 people with a bullet in your leg. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna be able to be some badass akimbo matrix sniper, dual-wielding 2 sniper rifles if you get a bullet in the arm. It's not gonna happen. Shit. Obviously, video games are meant for fun, so who the hell cares if a bullet stops you or not? Unless it's meant to be fun via simulator. In which case, that is the entire point, and it should be difficult, it should be realistic. Huh, it's actually clear. Oh, we don't have any takes over there. Great. We'll do something different. I'm gonna escort this guy, is what I was gonna say. Should episode 8 be called Forces of Destiny? No. No.
Get the Imperial data tape saved to our ship.
Not that it's bad. I think it would be great for something like a Star Wars book, but for a movie, I don't think that I should have Destiny in the subtitle. I don't think I should have Force again, because we just had The Force Awakens. I honestly have no goddamn idea what it's going to be. I really don't. I haven't seen anything that I would say, you know what, that could be it. Not a single thing. I'm curious. I'm really curious. Aside from the fact that I'm getting a trailer for a Star Wars movie, the main reason I'm so excited for the new trailer is to learn what the name is. What's the name gonna be? It's so simple. It's so basic. We don't even think about The Force Awakens now. You know, it's like, oh, it's the name of the movie. There's a time where we didn't know what the hell it's gonna be. Is it gonna be Star Wars, the beginning?
They have pinned us down.
Oh God, that'd be terrible. Star Wars Origins. Jesus. What is this? Marvel movie? Thank God. Could you imagine Star Wars First Class? Jesus, that would be terrible. Oh man, Star Wars The First Jedi. My God. No. No. What else do we have?
Reclaim that data tape.
The Winter Soldier wouldn't be that bad.
Star Wars The Winter Soldier.
Shit. I'm forgetting that. Oh, Star Wars Age of... Oh my god. Could you imagine if they made a Palpatine standalone film? Or a Vader standalone film and they called it
Star Wars Age of Palpatine.
My god. That'd be ridiculous. But it works for Marvel because it's comic books. Would not work for Star Wars. What are they gonna call it? Chat room! Chat room, what? Doesn't matter if it sounds silly to you, because Force Awakens might have sounded silly to us years ago. Whatever you think it's gonna be, whatever you've heard, I want you to comment in the chat room right now. What is the next Star Wars movie gonna be called? What is Episode 8's subtitle gonna be? I need to know this. I need it. Yeah, it tastes close. Let's see if we can grab it. Oh, hello there. Shit. Oh, shit.
Anybody else want some of this?
Wait, no! I'm sorry I asked. It's gonna be called The Fall of Resistance. I could... Nah, it's too long. Maybe. Maybe. What else we got? Boob. Age of Fury. Wrath of the First Order. I've heard that one. I've actually heard that one. Victory at Last. Uprising. Age of the Sith. Now, isn't there already something called Star Wars Uprising?
We're almost
First
at the
Order
extraction.
Strikes Back. Revenge of the Order. Boba Fett's... Wait, Boba Fett's Hunter's... no. I don't think that any anthology movies are going to have subtitles. I think it's just going to be a Star Wars story being the subtitle. They don't want people to think it's a main film. Disney was actually really aware of the fact that they thought someone may think that Rogue One is a main film. Because people are stupid. People are really stupid. I mean, people thought that Rogue One was another movie. They thought it was Episode 8. Oh god. I don't know how. I mean, it's obvious. Oh, here's the Death Star. Really? The whole world. Okay, well, maybe not the whole world. The United States likes Star Wars more than any other country. Obviously. Star Wars makes way more in the US than any other country. Merchandising, movies, everything. But so many people in the US were like, is the Rogue One, is the Rogue One, is that a Star Wars 8? Episode Star Wars 8? No. No, it's got the Death Star from the original trilogy, from the one in the 70s. God, it's obvious. Jesus. At first, when I heard the rumors of the anthology movies and that Disney was afraid that people would get them mixed up, I was like, that's stupid. That's stupid. No one's gonna mix up. A grandma, maybe. But no, here are kids. Here are teenagers. Here are young adults. Here are adults. Thinking that Rogue One is... Oh, I'm gonna drop that. Anyway, that's why we're not getting any subtitles. That's why it's gonna be Han Solo, a Star Wars story. Boba Fett, a Star Wars story. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And that's it. Because even with a Star Wars story, people still get it mixed up. Star Wars The Last Stand. Oh yeah, I know other countries love Star Wars. I was just talking about which country consumes the most Star Wars, by and large. Shockingly, Star Wars does not do well in China. And China's got a lot of people. There's a lot of people living in China. There's, I hear there's 7 billion people in the largest city in China. 7 billion people, that's a lot of people. That's a number so big you'd think that's all the people that exist on Earth right now, but no, 7 billion people live in China's largest city. You can put that as a fact on your college report, or whatever it is you guys do with schooling. Anyway, you'd think China would love Star Wars. Who doesn't like Star Wars? But no, they don't like it. They do not like, probably because they have animes, and they're like, desensitized to like space fantasy, or the animes have already taken a page out of Star Wars books, they've already seen it. I don't know. Transformers, they love it. Making a lot of money overseas in China. Holy shit, that's where that Celestian son of a bitch was. Hiding in the shadows. Just like the dirt of his kind does. Anyway, that always surprised me. It surprised me that Transformers was so big and Star Wars was so small. I'm gonna say it's because of Gundams, and that's the closest they can get to a Gundam film is all these big robot Transformers fighting each other. It's kind of funny, actually, because there was a time when I would have thought we'd see a Gundam movie before we'd see, like a big budget Transformers movie. Oh, he's got a bubble shield. But here we are. We have many big budget Transformers movies. We have 5. Holy crap. We got 5! And nothing with Gundam. Not even close. We had Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is the closest we've gotten to Gundam. And it's not Gundam. I think Gundam would be pretty badass.
Deactivate that uplink station.
Maybe.
The
If it
rebel
was done
Y-wings
right.
need it operational in order to provide air support.
Yeah, I guess that's really true. Star Wars, if you think about it, is extremely American. It's very Americana, in the sense that it's wizards, it's medievally stuff, but also a heck of a lot of cowboy. A heck of a lot of the Old West. And of course, all the United States, like sci-fi serials that were so popular in the 50s and 60s, which inspired Star Wars, like Flash Gordon. And all that jazz.
Our AT-AT is being targeted by an enemy bomber.
Which was not really that popular in China. I mean, they had Space Prince. That's about it. Gotta watch out for that U-wing, man. Alright, we should be in cover. Let's move up. Okay, then. But yeah, stuff like that just wouldn't appeal to China as much as it would to us because of our culture. And most of the countries that like Star Wars, they're pretty close to, we're pretty close to them. The US is pretty close to how they are. And what they believe, what they are as a culture, what resonates with them as a culture. Asia's very different from us. Very different. Well, not us as in the US. It's very different from a lot of different parts of the world. Very different from Europe, very different from America, very different from South America, from Russia, from everyone, really. And robots. All about those robots. Star Wars doesn't have, well, Star Wars has tiny robots, but they don't like tiny robots. They like big robots. I like big robots. I gotta say, I like my robots big. I like my Gundams. I like my Jaegers. And also my super battle droids. And my regular battle droids. I like those too. Maybe if the super battle droids were 10 stories tall. Maybe then. Oh god. Where are they? There's one. Anybody else? Yeesh. Ooh, I'm getting hit. Oh shit, that's Chewie. Well, game over. In my defense, I joined at the end of the game. Let's go to another Walker Assault. Since when do you do first person? Since everybody asks. Since everybody asks. Everybody's saying do first person, and then everybody's saying don't do first person. I don't know. I'm gonna stop listening to you guys. No, sometimes first person works out. Sometimes it doesn't. It all depends. First person and third person are actually incredibly different in terms of aiming. So, if you're just getting a feel for it, switch between them. It's been like a week, 2 weeks since you've played Star Wars Battlefront. Switch between them. You may be surprised. You may feel it a little more with first person than third person, or vice versa, or whatever. Let's go for, you know what? You guys are gonna hate this, but I'm going for Extraction. I want some Extraction. You guys love your Walker Assault, but I love me some close quarters combat. And I miss deserts. We've been in tropical climates. We've been in very, very technologically advanced climates. Death Star. I want to go back to Tatooine. Star Wars: The Last Stand. Arnold Schwarzenegger going to be in that one? You know who's actually going to be in episode 8? Tom Hardy. Just like we had Daniel Craig to cameo as a stormtrooper, we're having another Europe man cameoing as a stormtrooper, and it's going to be Tom Hardy. Who is going to be the third and final Europe man cameoing as a stormtrooper in episode 9? Who's it going to be? You know who I think it should be? Patrick Stewart. He's wonderful. Sir Ian McKellen. Wait, was it? No, it wasn't Sir Ian McKellen wasn't in Star Wars. Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen, they should be in a Star Wars movie. They should either cameo as a stormtrooper with their wonderful voices, or they should be an officer of the Resistance or of the First Order. Technically, though, the First Order is more about young men than it is about old men like the Empire was. And I like that. I think that's, oh god. Why do I keep zooming in? Zooming in does nothing. Zooming in is useless. Anyway, yeah. I would like to see them being in the First Order. That's probably not going to happen. First Order is all about young men. Empire is about old men. Since most of the high-ranking officers and generals and important people in the Empire died between the events of Episode 4 or Episode 6 and Episode 7. That's why we see the First Order recruiting so many fresh minds, so to speak. So it'd fit more of the Resistance. Resistance has a lot more old men and old women than the First Order does. I'd like to see that. Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen. Although, to be fair, Patrick Stewart's pretty busy right now. He's really busy right now. He's the poop emoji. Patrick Stewart doesn't have time for Star Wars. He's the goddamn poop emoji. You think he's gonna give up a chance to be a poop emoji, to be a Star Wars villain or hero? God, no. No, not in a million years. And honestly, I'm right there alongside of him. I would rather be the poop emoji in the Emoji Movie than a Star Wars man. Person. Totally. Definitely. Makes complete sense. I am a stormtrooper. You can't fault me for that. I stopped it! Woo! The man killed me, but I stopped it first. Massive, your first game review, well, that's a really cringy thing to say, man. That's socially... you don't just say that to somebody. What the hell's wrong with you? Anyway, yeah, I don't agree with that, but whatever. See what other people are saying in the chat room. Harrison Ford should be the next cameo. Good one. That's actually pretty good. That would really screw with me. That'd be something that you know, you're just watching the film, maybe you're not paying too much attention, you just enjoy yourself, you know. Eating your popcorn, sucking down your soda. And then you see Harrison Ford, you're like, what the... Is this a nod to him being Han Solo? Is the joke his character that he's playing looks like Han Solo, or is the joke that Harrison Ford is playing someone other than Han Solo? Or did they just want to use Harrison Ford? Or what's going on here? What's happening? I like that. They should do that. That'll be funny. Very funny. Speaking of Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones 5 confirmed. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna be Indy? It's not Shia LaBeouf. Probably gonna be Chris Pratt, actually. I don't want that. I like Chris Pratt. He's a good actor. He's funny. But I don't want him to be Indiana Jones. I can picture it right now. Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones would be Chris Pratt. He would be Chris Pratting all over the place. And that's it. That's it. Chris Pratt is charismatic as hell, but Indy was kind of charismatic, but really he was just his own person. He was just Indy, and that's it. He drinks, he fights, things belong in a museum, and he has sex with women. And he's got a whip. That's Indy. That's all Indy needs to be. He was effortless. Chris Pratt is not effortless, which is not a bad thing at all. But again, I don't think he fits Indy at all. Personally, I just don't. I think that they should find an unknown man, just an unknown person, someone that we don't know about. Kind of like what they do with Star Wars. I mean, that's what they did with Indiana Jones and Han Solo. Harrison Ford is a carpenter looking to be an actor, and they struck gold. Gold! Absolute gold with them. Yes, Chris Pratt is awesome. He is awesome. Perfect as Star-Lord. I loved him in Jurassic World. But his Indiana Jones would be his Jurassic World, which would be a variation on his Star-Lord. Yeah, yep, they are making an Indy 5, that is confirmed. I'm sorry or happy to be the one to break the news to you. I don't know how you feel about it. Yes, yes, Indy is that guy that brings guns to a fist fight. There's this, So, what makes Indiana Jones so wonderful, and if you guys haven't seen the films, check them out, starting with the first. What makes Indiana Jones so wonderful is that, we know his character. We understand his character thoroughly, completely. There is no sense of doubt here. There's no sense of, question, really? No sense of mystery. When Indy brings out his whip, someone's gonna die. Or someone's gonna pay. His whip is a tool. When he brings it out, he means business, and he means to use it. Originally, Steven Spielberg wanted Indiana Jones to use his whip for funny stuff. Before Raiders was made, while they were making it, Steven Spielberg was saying that they should use Indiana Jones' whip to whip someone's pants off, and then his heart pink boxers are showing underneath his pants. Like, Indy takes out his whip, whips the bad guy's pants off. His pants are now around his ankles, and now you can see his boxers with a bunch of pink hearts on them. That's not funny. What is this, an Adam Sandler movie? Anyway, that's not funny, and Indiana Jones should not do that. It just completely weakens his character. But George Lucas said that when Indy takes out his whip, it should mean something. When Indy takes out his whip, shit is about to go down. And his whip should be serious, and his whip should be a tool, and it should seem deadly. It shouldn't be a source of physical humor and slapstick. And George was right. George thoroughly understood the character of Indiana Jones, which is largely what made Indiana Jones so wonderful, is keeping him straight, you know? They lost a little bit of that with Indiana Jones 4, especially with that CGI gopher. And I like Indy 4. I don't think it's a bad movie. I would have rather have had Indiana Jones 4 be more like the other three, but it wasn't. Whatever. Hopefully Indy 5 is more 3 rather than 4. But still, if they keep that in mind, they'll have a good start. Moving on to the best Indiana Jones scene, the best moment in any film, really. There's this super elaborate, super badass, awesome sword fight with this extremely badass elite swordsman. Okay, Indy and the elite swordsman are standing in an alleyway, or in the middle of a crowded bazaar. Basically, there's just not a lot of room between him and that swordsman, so they're gonna duke it out. Indy's got his whip, swordsman's got his sword, and then Indy just takes out his gun and shoots him. The whole thing lasts 2 seconds. It's beautiful, it's wonderful. And he just doesn't give a shit. It belongs in a museum, and Indy's gonna put it in that museum and shoot some guys along the way, because who the hell cares? He's not gonna be like, I killed a man today, but I feel bad about that. I'm troubled. He's Indiana Jones. Those Nazi bastards had it coming to him. Shit. Thanks for the assist. Technically, I was the assist. But yeah, originally that scene was going to be an elaborate, long, 10-minute fight sequence between Indy and the swords guy. But Harrison Ford got dysentery. He had like super explosive diarrhea on set, and he felt like shit. He was like, you know what, no. How about I just shoot the bastard? And that's what they did. They made cinema magic. But it's stuff like that that turned the Indiana Jones movies into the masterpieces that they are. Really, at first, it was unintentional. And then they realized that all this unintentional stuff turned out to be the best possible thing for the films. Interesting stuff. Do you like Rogue One? Yes, I like Rogue One.
Making progress.
Keep
Keep pushing forward.
Massive, do you hate me? Yes. Because that's a stupid question. Of course I don't hate you, man. Just because I... Alright, so... I'm probably just playing into somebody's hands here. But every once in a while I need to talk about this stuff, so... When I'm doing these live streams, I'm here to hang out with you guys. To talk with you guys. Talk about fun stuff, interesting stuff. Killed by fire. Anyway, those of you guys that are like, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't talk to me, or I'm really sad, I'm gonna cry if you don't talk to me, or I'm gonna leave, or unsubscribe if you don't talk. Come on, guys. Is that interesting? No. It's like, it's like if you're with a couple friends, and one of them says, man, this chicken is juicy, and then you say, you're juicy. Alright, what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? Is this conversation time now? Is it... Do I laugh? I got nothing. I got nothing! You're giving me nothing to go off of! That's not a conversation. That's not something I can talk to. Give me something I can talk to. Give me something I can converse with, guys. That's how you get me to talk to you? And the live stream isn't about me getting to talk to you. Anyway, it's weird. It's weird. Be natural. Be natural, damn it! If I talk directly to you, I talk directly to you. You know, if it happens, it happens. If it happens, it's gonna happen for a reason. Let Death Trooper dead? Oh, nope. Now he is. Let's get this thing moving. Shit. Damn Dioxis gas. Oh, hello there. Please be a good shot. Nice. Nah, I thought it was gonna be a double kill. Hello, credit. Shit. Good shot. He shot me once and killed me. I don't think he was using... Was he using... No, he wasn't using armor breaker. Maybe I was low health. Oh, God. You're juicy. Thank you, Cosmo. Thank you. You know, that actually feels like a compliment. Who wants to be dry and craggly? I'd rather be juicy. From now on, my nickname is now Juicy Massive G. Otherwise known as the Juice. Get juiced. Oh my god. Where are they? Are they up here? This radar trips me out, man. Half the time it looks like they're right outside. Nice one, Luke. Damn! Look at this. It's like a little body storage unit. This stores little dead stormtrooper bodies. For collection later. These armor plates that they use in these stormtroopers have to be kind of expensive. Did they retrieve them? Like after a battle, after there's a bunch of dead stormies? Did they just like go back and retrieve these dead bodies and recycle and reuse these armor plates? Because they should. I mean, they have a whole galaxy. They have a whole couple of galaxies, but still, they should be a little conservative. Eventually, you will run out of planets. I'm sure the universe is finite in some way. Oh my god. My mind wants to break. Imagine. They're surely, somehow, oh my god. Oh my god! No! 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 That was so terrifying! I know where to run. He could just throw a saber at me. I'm gonna take it like a man. I'm not gonna run from bed. I'm gonna take it like a man. Just like in Rogue One.
Massive G gets juicy at Walmart, I shit you not.
I got juicy everywhere, man. Who do you think you're talking to? Shit. You're talking to the juice. The juicer juicy. Oh, God. I heard his voice just before he killed me. Ooh, what was my favorite part of Rogue One? Scarif. Sounded like I said what was my favorite part of Rogue One? Scarif, but no. My favorite part of Rogue One was Scarif. Yes. That's easy.
The Imperials
So
are
easy.
blocking our shipment.
The entire Scarif sequence. I wasn't completely hot on Jedha. I mean, I don't think the Jedha was a bad sequence, but Scarif was the best sequence in the movie. The best, Jerry. Gold! Absolute gold. Massive, do you think they should add Galactic Conquest? No. What they should do is they should make an Operations and Galactic Conquest love child. That's what they should do. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is old, guys. It's a good game for what it is, and it was a goddamn fine game when it came out. Juiciest juice you ever saw. That's some juicy shit. 2016, it's not juicy, okay? It's not. It's not. Get over the nostalgia. God damn. God damn. If that game came out in 2016, you know how fucking pissed you would be. Pardon my language. You know how pissed you would be. I went a little strong there with my language. I mean, I don't care about strong language. Who cares? I don't care. Maybe some very conservative parent cares, but Jesus. I'm not a pussy. Anyway, it was a little strong for the context, but if Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out in 2016, aside from all you circle jerkers, I'm not talking about you in specifics, aside from all the circle jerkers, people would be pissed. People would be like, Jesus, this sucks. This feels like a game from 2005. It's because it is. Alright, so enough of the circle jerk. Star Wars Battlefront 2 was wonderful in its day, but if it came out in 2016, if it came out exactly as it was with these graphics, it would not be good. Alright, because the maps were very one-dimensional. The maps were very simple. The guns were extremely simple, extremely cookie-cutter. The classes were shallow. You couldn't build your own classes. The best thing about Star Wars Battlefront 2 wasn't the amount of content, because it's the same. You get the same amount of maps as you do for $60. Well, it's not 60 anymore, but without DLC, you get the same amount of maps in Battlefront this 2015 as you did in Battlefront 2. Same amount, I shit you not, and these are way better. Infinitely, million, billion, trillion, billion times better. Because this ain't 2005, and standards are way higher. The heroes are infinitely better in Battlefront 2015. The heroes in Battlefront 2 sucked, okay? You got a lot of them, but they're all cookie cutters. There are like 4 types of heroes, and I think there were like 20 heroes. There were a lot of repeats. Vehicles weren't that great. The best part about the vehicles is the fact that you could get in and out of them. Now, that was great. The fact that the vehicles weren't pickups was huge. Alright, that is huge. We need that. I'd like to see more of that. What else? I like the random selection for heroes. Somewhat random selection. I like selection on performance and stuff like that instead of just pickups. I like that from Battlefront 2. I like the fact that it was all Star Wars, Expanded Universe, sequel trilogy. Well, not sequel trilogy. I like that it was prequel and OT. But again, 2005. Okay? Yeah, I don't know if you know how business works, but it don't work like that. You can't just include everything and then some if you want quality like this. Alright? Don't work like that. Also, the gameplay was ass. The shooting was ass. Come on, guys! Jesus! Battlefront 2, again, was great in its time, but, for shooting games like that, the animations were terrible. It was... And it sounds like I'm being really harsh on it, but I'm kind of sick of people idealizing these Battlefront games because they heard other people idealizing them on the internet. I'm kind of sick of that. I'm also kind of sick of, people thinking that they're so much better than this Battlefront. That's not true. That's not true. Where were you? Did you play these games? I don't think you did. Anyway, there's no chance in hell we will ever get a Star Wars Battlefront game with the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and the sequel trilogy all in one game. Or even 2 trilogies all in one game, unless you want a severe, small amount of content per trilogy, because game development is expensive, unless you want it to be cookie cutter and basic. And I'm talking 2005 basic. Anyway, that's all I got to say on it. I'm gonna make a video, and I've been actually working on a video breaking down all these misconceptions and all these circle jerkers. There's a few YouTubers out there too that circle jerk with Battlefront and Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, but educate yourselves, guys! Now, there are some exceptions, like Black, for example. I don't know if you played Black. Black was maybe an Xbox exclusive. No, I don't think it was. I think it was on PS2 and Xbox. Black was a first-person shooter that actually holds up today. Holds up pretty well, even though it's very old. It was really good. Battlefront 2 was also really good, but it doesn't hold up today. Just because a game doesn't hold up anymore doesn't mean it was good at release. Perfect Dark does not hold up today. And Perfect Dark, let me tell you, was the best at release. It was magic. Pure magic. I don't know how many hours I spent on Perfect Dark N64, but combined, me and my friends probably spent 300 hours on it. Easy. Easy. A little more than that, actually, if I'm counting all my friends that, and when all of us played it. Because a lot of the time we would play 4-player split screen. And having an old CRT TV split into 4 sections was... It was hell, let me tell you. You could count the pixels. Surprisingly, N64 4-player split screen wasn't that bad. It wasn't worse than PS1 4-player split screen. I actually think the PS1 4-player split screen may have been worse than N64. Maybe it was the games. Maybe it was the games, because mainly on PS1 I played 4-player split screen Twisted Metal. And Twisted Metal was just all aliasing. It was aliasing the game. Yeah, everyone on the internet bitches. And am I any better? Bitching about the bitchers? Yes. Am I just saying that because it's me? Partially. No, but seriously, bitching about people that bitch is not the same as the people that bitch. You know why? Because somebody has to put these people in their place. Bitching about everything like the world is ending is just, it's just sad. It's pathetic. Most people don't do that, but the people that do it are very, very loud. And they're very, very vocal. They probably don't have any friends. And they don't do anything with their time. That's why they use it so poorly. Yeah. You can bitch about that all day long, but something like, I don't know, Batman vs. Superman, you don't like it? Fine. You like it? Fine. But, come on. Come on. Don't brigade on the internet like it's, like you're running for president or something. Jesus. Stop bitching like it's cancer. It doesn't affect you. You don't like it, don't see it. You don't like it, don't buy it. That's all there is to it. But I look at a lot of news. I look at a lot of... I like to read articles. Analysis, breakdowns, reviews, all kinds of stuff. And as much as I read on the internet, which is hours a day, oh my god, I think I have cancer. I think I have cancer. I really do. And you gave it to me. Internet. Back in my day, we liked what we liked, and that was it. That's all there was to it. Back in my day, we knew our opinion didn't matter. We voted with our money, god damn it. We didn't vote by acting like we're smart. We didn't act like we were smarter than somebody else or some secret little special snowflake. Oh my god, what was that noise? Oh, that mouth. Yeah, you're nasty. Oh, you're not. How do they keep the spikes clean? Yeah, remember this mohawk? That's not hair. That ain't hair. That's flesh. Flesh spikes. I don't think it's. I don't think it's made out of bone or anything like that either. It's pretty much flesh spikes. How do you clean it? Do you use a comb? Imagine if your hair was made out of flesh. Like those 90s toys. I don't know what they were called, but they were like this dusty rubber. And they had a bunch of... They were like foo-foos or squeegees or something. They were little balls that you could squeeze, and they had all kinds of little Dorito spikes on them. Made out of thin, rubbery plastic. Really wish I could remember that. Anyway. I don't want my head to be filled with that. It'd be disgusting. Oh, we got ourselves a problem. Enemy is just... Oh. Enemy has reappeared. Enemy is dead. Got more where that came from. Beautiful. What else you got around here? This is one of my favorite maps in the game. It's so tight. So well designed. Oh man, you scared the hell out of me. Alright, the rest of the stormtroopers are downstairs. With a select few being upstairs. Let's take them out. Hopefully I'll be coming up right behind him. I think I will be anyway. seeing Star Wars right now. I don't know if you're talking about like what your eyes are seeing, in which case, yeah, you are seeing Star Wars, or if you're actually watching Star Wars right now, Rudy. But if you are, that is awesome. Star Wars in 2017 is reaching its 40th anniversary. 40 years since the original, very first OG Star Wars was released. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm hoping that for the 40th anniversary, we get a despecialized edition 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. Is it gonna happen? No. No, not in my wildest dreams. At best, we get a theatrical Blu-ray release of Star Wars, and that's it. I think that's what we get. I think we got a theatrical edition, that's it. But I've heard rumors that when Disney bought Star Wars, Lucas had like some stipulations that Disney couldn't modify the already existing Star Wars movies. So it's possible that they can't release a despecialized theatrical edition of Star Wars. It's possible. It's also possible that Disney could just, like, with their unlimited amounts of money, coerce George Lucas. Not that he could be coerced with money, because he already has enough. Maybe with charity. Maybe if Disney was like, hey, listen, we will donate $30 million to charity, any charity of your choice, if you allow us to release theatrical editions of the Star Wars movies on Blu-ray. I think he'd say yes. Obviously, if they said, we'll pay you $30 million to do this, he'd probably say no, because he'd be like, ugh. Ugh. Frig off, Disney. Frig off, Mr. Leahy. But if they were like, yeah, let's do something good. Let's give people what they want, and we'll donate a crap ton of money to charity. What do you say, George? I think he'd say yes. Would Disney donate $30 million to charity? Fuck no. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, guys, don't talk about politics. Don't. Politics is loaded. And now that I mention it, everybody's gonna be like, oh boy, we should talk about politics now. Everybody's gonna think what they're gonna think. Let's not all be drinking the Kool-Aid. Yes, politics affects the entire world. It affects the United States. It affects wherever you live. Wherever that is. Europe, Russia, I don't know. But, nothing's gonna happen in this chat room. We're not gonna magically make something happen in this chat room with politics. It's not. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of stormtroopers. Let's talk about Star Wars, or movies, or new games. Fun stuff. Trailer Park Boy! Yes! Yes, someone got it! Excellent! Ew, no. I do not want a 60 FPS Star Wars. Ah. With today's technology, sure. 60 FPS Rogue One, okay. But, 60 FPS 70s Star Wars? Hell no. Hell no. It looked like a staged production of Star Wars. See, our eyes are so accustomed to... Oh my god. Our eyes are so accustomed to seeing movies at 24 frames per second that seeing it at even 48 frames per second is too much. The props, the handmade props, the handmade costumes, the CG, it all starts looking fake. Peter Jackson tried releasing The Hobbit in 40 frames per second in theaters and people hated it. Their eyes weren't used to seeing film in this type of motion. The sets looked fake, props looked fake, costumes looked fake, makeup looked fake. It's different than video games. Everyone's like, hey there, Ubisoft Cinematic 30 FPS. It's film, people! It's different. But, that being said, I would love to see some modern day movies like Rogue One be in 60 FPS. I like to see that, because The Hobbit, that's different. It's different than sci-fi. It's different than old movies, like from the 70s or 90s or 2000s. Something like Rogue One could be made in 60 FPS, and I feel it could be awesome. I really do. I think it could be amazing. And I would love it. Because you have so much more detail. If you have high quality 60 FPS, you have things that you're seeing frame by frame that you wouldn't see before. That would be invisible, that wouldn't exist before. And that's really fascinating. Oh, he moved. That's why I didn't see him. Dawn of the Order. Maybe. You know what? I don't think they're going to put Dawn in the Star Wars. And this is going to sound stupid, but I think Disney wouldn't use Dawn because Dawn was used in Planet of the Apes. Sounds stupid, but I don't think Disney would do it. I think Disney would be like, you know what? We don't want a single person on this Earth to think that we're referencing Planet of the Apes. Maybe. It also doesn't sound Star Wars to me. Dawn. Doesn't sound Star Wars. Sounds very Earth. Probably because we have dawn every single day. Not that planets of Star Wars don't have a dawn. I'm sure they do. Star Wars Episode 8, Return of the Jedi. No. No return. Too confusing. You gotta remember, guys, it can't be confusing to normal moviegoers. Unfortunately, if you're making a game, if you're making a movie, you have to assume that everyone that's gonna watch a movie is as dumb as dog shit. If it's something like Star Wars for all ages. Because most of the people watching are gonna be really stupid. Really, really stupid. It's sad, but it's true. Speaking of stupid, I shouldn't have ran back in that corner. Here you guys are, want Old Republic movies, Expanded Universe movies, all these far-fetched things that will be awesome but probably won't happen. And here I am, just wanting another Republic Commando game. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask? Is it really that far-fetched? Shit. Maybe EA's already working on it. I hope so. Oh my god. Scattergun, of course. Hey, cool. I didn't realize that was today. Star Wars has been patched to 2.1.6. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Rodrigo. Wait, that's not right. Wait. Let me see if I can scroll back. Let me find that name. Let me find that name. Mr. Pagano. I appreciate that news, man. Thank you. So, Episode 8 trailer is coming in March. Sweet. Oh, so I watched Episode 1 last night. I rewatched it. I know what game I want. And don't you dare judge me.
Almost have this.
I want Episode 1 Pod Racer.
Stick together.
With 2016 DICE graphics. Developed by the EA Ghost Studio. The fastest racing game ever. Ever. With incredible Star Wars graphics, incredible sounds that sound like they're made by THX. Sounds that sound like they're made for a Dolby THX demo disc. That's how juicy and delicious these sounds are. Your ears are just... You're just gonna eat them up. That's what I want. That's what I want with multiplayer. Multiplayer racing. Customizable pods. Fully customizable. I'm talking the inner workings, the outer appearance, everything. Yeah. That would be fun. I think pod racing, aside from Darth Maul, is the best thing to come out of Episode 1. It's great. It's great. It's so fun. And let me tell you, Episode 1 pod racing, that was a fun game on the N64. I played so much of that. Oh, man. I can remember the pods that I used, too. It was actually cool. Seeing the pods in the movie being like, yep, that was mine. I raced a lot in that one. Oh, that one, too. There was one from the back that looked like a really dense asterisk. That was one of my most used pods. And another one where the pods were very flat. And they had two large turbines, like the one on the top of that U-wing, in the back of each. Those are my two pods that I used the most. Never did use Sebulba's pod as much as I wanted to. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with me. Been streaming, been having some fun, but all fun must come to an end, just like our lives eventually will. That was weird. I meant for it to be dark and funny, but it was just dark and depressing. Hope you guys are available 2 days from now, this Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, the 24th of January. is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard's release date. Yo, check this out. There it is. I got the theme. I'm waiting. I got my brown pants and everything. Anyway, if you guys would be so kind to shit your pants with me this Tuesday, I'm going to be smelling bloody meat, bloody butcher meat, and playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard in VR. It's going to be something else. It's going to be fun. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that live stream. If you guys want some more massive, if you guys want some more entertainment, I got a lot of awesome videos. Please watch them. Please clap. But until then, I'm going to do some shoutouts. So, let me pull up my timer. But, yeah, I got a request for all you guys inside of the chat room right now. If you would ask for a shoutout, that would make my day. Or at least the next 2 minutes of my day would definitely be made if you would just type shoutout in the chat room right now. Also, if you want to see more live streams, leave a like, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more scheduled streams in the near future, but also streams like this. Impromptu streams that aren't going to be saved. And we're just hanging out, just having some casual fun. Some Netflix and chill. Alright. Shoutout starting now. Shout out to Honey Badger. Shout out to Spider Play. Shout out to Mayo Neptune. Swaggo the cat. That is a cool Yoshi avatar, Swaggo. Shout out to the Platy Pro. Shout out to Ronald McDonald. Shout out to Justin FTC. Shout out to Economy75. Shout out to Sammy Sullivan. Species 316. Shout out to Legend Tale Adventure Time. Shout out to The Real Steel 53. I still need to see that movie. I haven't seen it yet. Shout out to Gage Red. Shout out to Captain Owly. Shout out to Kaik the Gamer. Shout out to Nelson. Shout out to Easton Hetterall. Shout out to Jeff Alpha. Shout out to Efrain Delator. Zombie Killer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Owen Smith. Nolan Lackey. Shout out to Carter Mason. Shout out to Deadman Walking. Massive G Fan. Cinema Stone. Shout out to X Spartacus. Shout out to Caesar Fonseca. Shout out to Gax. 447. Awesome Bob. 3,226. Cosmo Range Die. Sam West. Ezra Someone. Shout out to Species. Shout out to Jeremiah. Claudio Ban. Shout out to Cosmo Kramer. Shout out to Mr. Narwhal. Shout out to Pig Miner. Yoda. Dark Knight 1149. Ghost Killer 1701. Shout out to James is Lame. I don't know why. Not a big fan of that name. Shout out to Preston Ratcliffe. Shout out to Sunny. Shout out to 30 Seconds Left. Shout out to Dark Knight. Justin FC Much Epic. 1, 2, 3, 4. That music is creepy. Yes, I love it. Shout out to True Constellation. Shout out to Pedro. Shout out to Grundle 420. William Navas Davlia. Parker Del Santo. Shout out to Tommy Slav. Shout out to God Lord Does Games. Shout out to Owen Smith. Shout out to Dev Nuts. Shout out to John Smith. Shout out to Mr. Zedric Lied, Shadow Gaming 101, Big Elephant 101, and shout out to Toxic Llama 7,765. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for this live stream adventure of Star Wars Battlefront. I hope to see you guys Tuesday for Resident Evil Biohazard. Till then, the Force will be with you always.